I flipped this dresser a while back. It never sold and it's been collecting dust, so it's time to give it a new look. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. You may remember this dresser. I flipped it sometime last year when I was still flipping furniture out of the second living room in my house. I am in a new workshop now, and in the moving process, it got some of the damage done to it and it just hasn't sold. So it is time to give this a whole different look, a different design, in hopes that it will sell and get out of my workshop. First, I started with removing all the layers of dust, and then instead of coming in with some degreaser, I went straight with some mineral spirits. Previously, when I flipped this piece, I finished it with some dark wax for an antique look, plus this bronze wax on the edge. And the best way to clean off wax is to do it with mineral spirits and fine grade steel wool. And you can see how much of the wax it actually gets off the surface. This wax needs to be cleaned off the surface before I move on to sanding, because the wax will just gum up my sandpaper. After the wax removal, I got some 220 grit sandpaper on my Surf Prep sander, and I just went through and did a scuff sanding. When I flipped this piece before, I was inside my house, so I applied the paint with a roller. So really, I'm just sanding smooth that roller texture, because this time I'm going to spray this piece of furniture. I'm not stripping this furniture and getting back to the natural beginning look, because I flipped it myself. I know that it was thoroughly cleaned, I know that it was primed, and that good paint was used on it, so I'm just scuff sanding and then coming in with another coat of gray primer. I know that this piece already has a couple coats of primer, so I only did one coat of primer and let that dry before I started applying the paint. And during the paint application is where I ran into trouble. When you run into trouble, you should stop. Did I? Absolutely not. I just kept going with my mistake, which was a really dumb idea. Over the winter, we had a really bad ice storm, and during that ice storm, I forgot to bring my paints indoors, and it actually ruined my paint. And I thought I could keep continuing on with like maybe getting a hammered metal look, but once it dried, I realized my mistake and I had to stop on the flip. While I'm regrouping my thoughts on what to do with that Bombay dresser, I want to take the time and just let you guys know that a while back I did teach an in-person paint class. Now, this was my first paint class to teach, so I did make a post on Facebook and it kept it, friends, people that I knew, as my first attempt to try to teach this style of in-person class. So as I painted a piece of furniture and displayed my methods and tricks that work to do furniture, the ladies that attended the class had a craft box in front of them, and they applied these techniques to a small craft box. But it was a lot of fun doing this class and being able to go over products like Kacha chalk paint that I really like using and why. Also, different methods such as painting with chalk paint, using wax to finish the process, and transfers. We did a bunch of different techniques. So I would teach a step or two in the process of flipping furniture, and then the ladies would turn around and apply those to their craft boxes. But I really enjoyed getting to share something that I'm passionate about, and then seeing the ladies enjoy themselves and be able to create this look themselves. Hopefully, I'll be teaching another class before too long. Now, let's get back to this nightmare of a Bombay dresser flip again. Now, to save you guys some time and having to watch me do the same steps over and over again, I let the blue paint dry, I sanded it back down to a smooth surface, and now I'm coming in with a black latex paint and spraying a nice smooth coat of dark black paint. I can't tell you what shade of black this is. It was a mix match paint that was cheap that I found on the mishap shelf, but I did 2 coats and you can see that the Bombay dresser is starting to look so much better already. I don't know why, but whenever I see Bombay dressers, I always just think super fancy. So I decide that this piece needed some gold leafing. And, don't believe everything that you read on the internet, because I did read that you could use some Mod Podge to attach the gold leafing. That didn't end up working very well. My gold leaf adhesive I was out of, so I quickly abandoned ship after trying to use this Mod Podge trick and just ordered the gold leaf adhesive and waited for that to come in, and then finished up this process of adding gold leaf. Luckily, with being impatient and trying the Mod Podge trick, I didn't completely ruin this piece. I was able to kind of go back over some of the areas that I did and piece together this gold leafing to make it look good in the end once I had that gold leaf adhesive in. This stuff is super easy to use. Just apply it with a brush or foam piece, and within a matter of a few minutes, it starts to get tacky. You can use a finger to feel whenever it starts to feel sticky. Then it is time to use and apply that gold leaf, and just make sure you press it into all the cracks and crevices, and just have fun and be creative with it. This is supposed to be a fun, creative process. I haven't done a gold spill in a while, so I kind of went with a gold paint spill look on this Bombay dresser. Now, once the adhesive is thoroughly dry, I use a dry paintbrush and knock off all the loose gold pieces. Usually I have a vacuum running right there so it can suck up all the gold pieces, because it can get pretty messy quickly. So even if the paint that you're using has a built-in top coat, whenever you use gold leafing, it has metal pieces in it, and air will oxidize the metal and make it start to break down. So whenever you use gold leaf, whether your paint has a finish in it or not, you need to top coat over your piece. To make it cohesive, I go ahead and I top coated the entire thing with some crystal clear satin top coat. I did 3 layers of the top coat, then I removed my tape from the sides, put the gold handles back on this piece, and then finally this furniture flip is done. Let's take a look back at this beautiful Bombay chest that for some reason just wasn't selling for me, so I flipped it again, and then this is what it looks like now. I absolutely love the gold paint spill look. It's just so fancy looking, and then with this Bombay, curvy Bombay style was the perfect piece to add that look to. Man, redoing this furniture piece again was such a journey, but I think I finally got the right look for it. I hope you enjoyed this furniture flip. That is all I have for you today. Until next time.